Hey everyone, it's Michelle and I am back after my little hiatus there. I know it's been a while since my last video. So this video is a Psychology Today video, and I have a question submitted by Strength for Recovery, and she asks, what do you want to do with psychology? Do you want to get a PhD, master's in counseling, social work, be a psychiatrist, and do you want to work with ed populations or other mental disorders if what piques your interest? Which is an awesome question. I am in love with psychology, as you guys know, and I think what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on going to school to study psychology, and I'm definitely looking for a clinical track or a counseling track because my ultimate goal would be to work at an inpatient eating disorder center for adolescents with eating disorders, obviously. But I'm not sure, I'm thinking about also taking some nutrition classes so that I have a background in that, whether it's a minor or whatever. But I definitely know that I want to work with eating disorders, and I know that it's what I like, just because I know so much about it, and I think it's important to have counselors out there who are able to understand their clients. And I know sometimes it's hard because my therapist who I see has never had an eating disorder, and so when I go in and I say, oh, I feel fat today, she doesn't get what that means. Whereas I feel that someone who has had an eating disorder and is now treating eating disorder sufferers, I think that if a patient was to come into me and say, I feel fat, I have an understanding because I know what that feels like. It might be slightly different to them, but because I have been fat, I felt fat before, I understand a little more than somebody else. So with eating disorders also, a lot of the times you have to deal with maybe sexual abuse, or you have to deal with self-injury and anxiety, and so those are things that I definitely want to explore more. I want to look at abuses of all kinds. Emotional abuse is a big one for me, in addition to verbal abuse, but emotional abuse, and in that ties in with neglect. I want to get to know a lot about those, and so that's kind of what I want to do with psychology. I plan on, okay, for those of you who don't know really anything about the psychology field, you can't really do anything with a bachelor's degree, so I plan on at least getting my master's degree. So I'm going to start out at undergraduate, look for a master's program following that. However, I never saw myself going straight for my doctorate, but I think it's gonna be something I play by ear. I know I was talking with this one professor of psychology at a local university, and he was saying that people have actually applied without getting their master's to PhD programs, and they kind of although they're earning the master's along the way, they don't have to do master's school and then a PhD. So I think that a PhD isn't out of question, but I really just want to go to school and get as much education as needed, and I want to start working as soon as possible because it's my passion. I love helping others, and I think that it's vital to have a good therapist, and my friends tell me that I'm good at talking to people, and I message with a bunch of you here on YouTube, in addition to messaging with some other people on other websites. And so I think that it's a calling for me, you know. I want to start out in an inpatient setting, but I don't know if I will go into private practice or what's going to happen. I think that's really just depending on where my life is at, really. So thank you, Strength for Recovery, and send in your guys' question for the next Psychology Today video, and I will talk to you about it. Okay, see you guys soon. Bye. Sorry, I thought I turned it off, but I didn't. Sometimes I do that. Okay, bye.